Hi everyone, it's Mina. Today I explain everything about familiar. I start with overview and badge, then setup, collection including how to rank up and which potential to look for, and lastly I show you what to buy from the familiar shop. First, what is a familiar? You might have seen these monster cards in your use tab and they disappear once you use them. To check the familiar cards that you used, click on the familiar notifier to open the familiar UI. You can assign it to your keyboard settings to open it quickly. You'll see the familiar manager under your pocket slot, and if you open it, you'll see that there's only one slot available on your overview tab. To open the second and third slot, you'll need to collect badges. You'll need 1 badge for the second one and 10 for the third slot. The summon gauge is the time that you can summon familiars. It resets every midnight, refilling the full gauge. If you click on the list, you can check all the obtainable badges. You can click on each badge to see which card you need to collect. As you can see, if you use the respective familiar card, it will turn into color. And once you collect all the mobs on the list, you get the badge. I complete the Mariner badge and open the second slot. To get the card, you need to defeat the respective monsters. To get the Mariner badge, completing the Rihanna Street, the theme dungeon, is required to have access to all the mobs. If you haven't done it yet, you can collect them using another character. To get each fourth familiar card, it's a bit annoying as you need to change channel each time you defeat it. Once you complete the badge, you can equip it. Each badge has its own stat and you can get the effect even without summoning any familiars. Now we can open the second slot since we have 1 badge. Simply take the quest from the familiar notifier, then you can see the second slot is open. The same process to open the last slot, but it's a bit more difficult as you need to get 10 badges. I simply explain how to use familiars. Go to the collection tab, click on the familiar, and click on the question mark to open its potential. You'll need 35,000 messes. Then go to the setup tab to equip familiars that you like to summon. Then save it. On the overview tab, you can check equipped familiars potential and badge effect. You'll get the summon familiars skill, assign it on your keyboard and use the skill to finally summon familiars. Like I mentioned before, the gauge can be refilled daily, but you can use the familiar essence item to recover 50% of the gauge. You can get it from the familiar shop and I explain more after. If you don't have 3 slots open, that'll be the first thing for you to do. Some badges are impossible to get as they include extinct mobs and boss monsters that are hard to get access to. You can try it with booster packs and I'll show you at the end. There are 9 badges that are easy to get, so try to get these first. Some badges like Mariner badge that I showed you earlier requires you to complete certain quests. I'll show you right after, so no worries. Once you get the 9 badges, you can try to get Arcane River ones. These are super easy to get, but you need to reach certain levels to get access to the map. I recommend getting the Swamp badge as your 10th one once you reach level 230. If you already reached level 230 or higher, it's easy to get 10 badges. To get the Mushroom King badge, completing Mushroom Castle theme dungeon is required. Once you have done, you can re-enter its boss map. You need to be careful with the Commercy badge as 2 cards are only obtainable during the Commercy Republic questline. Let's do it together. Once you're on board, there are 4 chances to defeat the pirate mobs. If you're lucky, you can already get the cards, but if not, for the last quest, you can repeat it until you get the card. Once you take the powder, you can get the red tide cast from Captain Blood. Do not kill all the mobs until you get the familiar cards. Take the porter and you can redo the quest. Repeat it until you get both Blood Pirate Swabby and Blood Pirate Lookout familiar card. If you defeat all the mobs, you won't be able to forfeit the cast anymore, so you can try it with another character if you already did so. You can equip 8 badges, but some badge effects don't stack. You can also use presets. On the setup tab, you can equip familiars. There are 2 presets open. I use one for mobbing and one for bossing. You can check familiar's potential and save it on your preset. On the collection info tab, you can reveal the familiar's potential using messes. You can arrange them in order of familiar's rank, level, and obtained date. You can change the familiar's name and you can also lock or unlock familiars. On the Collection Extraction tab, you can extract familiars to get familiar points that you can use at the familiar shop. You can get 10 to 50 points for each familiar depending on its rank. Locked cards are not subject to extraction, so make sure to lock the good familiars that you're using. For the badges, once the mob is registered, it stays even though you extract it, so you don't need to keep them. There are 5 ranks of familiar. You can only get common and rare ranks from the mobs. From epic rank, you can only get it by ranking up. You can get up to unique from fusion, and to reach legendary, you need red familiar card that you can get from cash shop in non-reboot world only. In other words, unique is the best rank you can get in reboot server, and in order to rank up, your familiar level has to be 5 and you need to get enough rank up points. 100 for epic and 150 for unique. Alright, let's do it together. To level up familiar, you can simply hunt monsters while summoning the familiar. For me, it normally takes less than half an hour to reach level 5 on the Moonbridge map. To get the rank up points, you'll need many same familiar cards as material. You can get 1 point for common, 2 for rare, 3 for epic, and 4 for unique rank card. For example, to rank up from rare to epic, you'll need 100 common cards or 50 rare cards. You can start the fusion once you reach Mora's map at level 230, as you'll get many same cards on your main farming map. Now that I have both familiar level 5 and rank up points, I got a chance to rank up. However, there are 80% success chance from rare to epic and 40% from epic to unique rank, and if you fail, you'll lose half of your rank up points. Meh. Once rank up, the familiar's potential, level, and rank up points will reset. So if you get useful potential, do not rank up, as you'll lose it. When I'm mobbing, I normally take 1 card with drop and 2 cards to raise level for rank up. And what if you get a useless potential for unique familiar? In non-reboot server, you can reset its potential using red familiar card from the cash shop. In reboot, you cannot reset the potential, which means the unique familiar become useless. However, you can rarely get red familiar cards from the event. I tell you more about familiar potential. It has 2 lines of potential and the second line normally has a lower ranks potential. Like, even though it's a unique familiar, the second line has epic rank options. You can summon up to 3 familiars and their potential stack. However, you can get the boss damage option up to 120%, and just bear in mind that the item or method drop options do not stack. I made a chart of potentials for each rank, which I believe are the best. I only put the max stats you can get. The method drop option only increases the chance of mobs dropping a pouch. This means it has nothing to do with an increased amount of meso acquired. It's only useful if you have less than a 67% item drop rate, which guarantees all the mobs to drop a meso pouch. Lastly, I show you the familiar shop. You can get the familiar points from extraction, as I said earlier. Familiar Essence recovers 50% of summon gauge. Booster Pack gives you 3 random familiar cards including extinct moves and boss monsters. You may get normal monsters too. Suspicious Facsimiliar can be used as a 15 rank up point. If you want to rank up some rare familiars, you can use it as a material to get 15 rank up points, but I would not buy this, it's too expensive. And there's also preset coupons to open 3rd, 4th, or 5th setup or batch preset for 30 days. I usually get the booster pack. And lastly, I cover cash shop items for the non-reboot players. The red familiar card is similar to the red cube. It resets familiar's potential while giving a small chance of ranking up. You can use it to rank up from unique to legendary. The breakthrough card increases familiar's level cap. It can be only used on unique or legendary rank, and the max level is 7. Familiar booster pack gives you 3 random familiar cards up to epic rank. There's also a small chance of getting suspicious Facsimiliar. The slot expansion coupon gives you 5 extra familiar card slots. It can be increased up to 2,000. Alright, that's it for today. Make sure to check my YouTube community or Instagram for a small giveaway. It's really cute. And thanks for watching till the end. And if the video was helpful, please hit like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next videos. Bye!